What up, players? It's Warboss Tay. So, it has been a while since I have touched on anything in the Imperial Guard, and a recent video of mine in the 2021 painting challenge talking about the colonial marines in Aliens has made me think about them. And this article came up about the new Cadian shock troopers or Cadian infantry squad, so I thought I'd talk about it. What up, players? This is Warboss Tay. I have a Discord on painting miniatures, so click the link below in the description if you're not there already. Don't forget to hit the like button before you go. Here is the old squad of Cadian shock troopers in plastic. Both of these kits are in plastic. And the only difference, as far as I can tell, is that the new squad has different head options as well as some different weapons options. In this old box, you've got the sergeant with a las pistol and a chainsword. You've got a radio guy. You've got a trooper armed with a flamethrower that you can, and the option is to do a trooper armed with either a flamethrower or a grenade launcher. Now, this new box has a number of different heads, whereas the old box had just really one head in a helmet, screaming or frowning or grimacing. There wasn't much to tell the difference between each of the troopers. These guys have, some of them have masks, some of them have glasses or goggles, some of them have unhelmeted heads. There is a number of different ways you can build up your guys, and there are a bunch of different weapons options as well. So what are we looking at here for the heads? What's amazing is that you get so many. You buy one of these boxes and you have enough heads to last you for whatever project, conversion, kit bashing project you've got, because there are 20 heads that come in the box, and you're only going to need 10 of them. That means 10 of them you can save for building out crew members that you've got sticking up out of your chimeras or your Valkyries on the door gunners. They all look really great too. You saw up at the top there was one guy that had the playing cards tucked into his helmet. You've got this guy on the left, far left there, with the little ghillie material to make him look more camouflaged. You've got guys with bionic eyes, younger looking faces, older ones with the beards. You've got wounded heads, and there is so much you can do. And there is such a wide variety that you could paint these faces as. You can see that they're going with different ethnicities. 25? Oh my gosh, are there 25 heads? I thought I counted 5, 10, 15, 20. There are 25. Holy cow. Man, what a deal. What a deal. You have all these extra heads for not just 40k. You could use some of these unhelmeted heads for veterans or guys in your Age of Sigmar. Like, really, your bits box is going to thank you. And then you've got these extra special weapons. I didn't even know that infantry squad could have a melta gun, but maybe that's what your specialist can have now. I really like the options. Oh, you can equip your sergeant with a power sword. Or I wonder if this is for, is this going to change the infantry squad, or do you think these are for like special? It can't be a command squad because there's no banners and there's no medic option. I don't know. There has to be a reason why you can have like a plasma gun and the melta gun before. I don't know. Maybe you could always have it, but I just remember the old sprue only having either a grenade launcher or a flamethrower. So that's what I remember the old squads having. If the new rules allow the sergeants or the special weapons guys to have all these different weapons now, that's great. And when you take a look, and we're going to be saying goodbye to these guys now because their time is done. They're loading up into the Chimera and driving off into the sunset. The last point I wanted to touch on in this video is that I was a little surprised that Games Workshop did not include the option to create a female trooper. It seems like the only females that are able to fight in 40k are Adepta Sororitas, but there are many examples in the Games Workshop and Black Library, even other third parties that have taken the IP and done things with them, like the video games, where females are a huge part in the military structure, because in the fiction, it's written that women do their part just the same as the men to defend humanity from everything that wants to eat them up and destroy them. So Cadians are written in the fiction to have all of their children trained from a young age to be battle ready. And here we see a female character in one of the Black Library stories. This isn't fan art. This is actual cover art for a story where a female character plays a central role. In the Only War RPG core rulebook, if you want to be a commissar, you come to this page to create your character, and the artwork is of a female commissar. that was interesting to me just because so many commissars in the fiction happen to be male, like Commissar Yarick, Commissar Kane, Commissar Gaunt of Gaunt's Ghosts, who are just now getting some miniatures that look really great. Here you've got a female Cadian holding a heavy flamer, chomping down on a cigar, looking like Ellen Ripley in Aliens. You've got a female trooper veteran here, as you can tell from the scars on her face, holding a plasma gun. And the way she casually holds this plasma gun over her shoulder, I've recorded this video a couple times now just to get the sound right. And the fact that she is just casually holding this plasma gun resting on her shoulder just now struck me as the most awesome veteran hardcore thing you could do. And the fact that they modeled it as a woman in the artwork, I think that's great. It's great that we're giving women representation in the fiction of the Astra Militarum, because Games Workshop is saying, yeah, we acknowledge that the females in our fictional universe are just as capable of holding back the tides of chaos and evil aliens and demons just as the men. They not only represent them in the Cadian shock trooper armor, but also here in Vestroyan armor. You're about to see a piece of artwork for the Mordians, where you have a female in the Mordian Iron Guard uniform with her hair in a tight bun, standing at attention. Like the Vestroyans, the Mordians, the Talern, Desert Raiders, all of these Imperial Guard regiments that have been in the Games Workshop canon for years and years, for decades, and we're seeing them represented now as females in the artwork in the games. I love it. I think it's terrific. The fact that Games Workshop did not include the option for you to build up a Cadian or a couple of Cadians as females, it just struck me as odd, because Games Workshop seemed to be saying with this release, hey, we want you to feel free to individualize your squad now. Give these guys individual stories, make them look different from each other, give them different quirky traits, like the one guy who's got the playing cards in his helmet. Make them your own, and yet not say that that you can have female troopers in your squad when they're so represented in the fiction. Okay, I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. That's all I wanted to say about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. As we wave farewell to what we have always known as the Cadian Shock Troopers and make way for this new characterful Cadian Shock Troopers or Cadian Infantry Squad, whatever they're going to be called, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And let me know what you think about the new sprue. And it's going to be $10 more, I saw on the Games Workshop web store. Is it worth the $10 to get the upgrade, to have this many more bits, and to have this level of customability now in your Cadians? For you Imperial Guard or Astra Militarum players out there, how many of these new boxes are you planning on getting? Seems to me if you've got some unbuilt, unassembled, still fresh in the new old Cadian trooper boxes, you can just buy a couple of the new ones and you have enough individual heads and weapons to last you and have a pretty good project on your hands. Hey, speaking of projects, I'm in the middle of my summer painting project. If you'd like to follow along with that, click on the link below. It'll take you right to the Discord. Or if you haven't even seen my channel, hit subscribe, click that little bell button, and see what I'm doing there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a great day.
What up, players? Gandalf the Grey, up in Dismark. Support Warboss Tay Studios. For now, more than ever, Hobbiton is in desperate need of heroes. Heroes like Daniel Sprinkle, Scrag Fist, Pix, Dicey Guy, Play It Painted, and Logan Swanson.